Gently does it.
All right, next I'll spin the prologue of our tale, setting the scene for how our brave heroes first crossed paths. Once upon a time, a hero roamed the world. Undaunted by the lack of a divine vessel, he embarked on a perilous journey across tempestuous seas. Alone in the dark, a young girl of untethered spirit soared against towering barriers with wings of defiance. The winds of fate brought them together. As the world teetered on the brink of absolute darkness, they found solace in each other's gaze. Together they became unshakable allies, standing strong against the tides of fate. Even if light were to fade from the world and the stars cease to shine, they would still blaze like the sun forever. Bravo! Bravo! Seeing your chemistry, I decided to take a little creative liberty with the story. Anyway, it didn't stray too far from the outline, right? The thrill of improvisation is in its unpredictability. There's always a rush of excitement with every twist and turn.
Your movements were seamless, elegant, and powerful. I'm confident you'll shine at the carnival.
Thank you. It was all thanks to you. You inspired me and kept my spirits high.
You'll master it in no time, I'm sure. All right, that's enough for today. Let's save the grand reveal for the carnival. Oh, and speaking of which, there's still something we need to prepare for you.
You mean the essential item for the carnival performance?
Don't worry. I've taken care of everything.
Oh, so it's handled then. I can't wait to see it.
I have a small gift for you. Let's head back to Raguna together. This way. Please, follow me. This way. Can you keep up?
Oh, dear Lady Carlotta, thank the Sentinel you are finally back. I was just about to close up shop to prepare for tomorrow's carnival.
You have completed my request, haven't you?
Of course, Lady Carlotta. You should have more faith in my skills.
A small token of my appreciation. Abby, I have something for you as well.
Wow, really? I get a gift too? Ha! You're so nice.
Ah, so that's why Lady Carlotta was so insistent on using only the finest materials and meticulous craftsmanship for this piece. For a moment I feared she lost faith in my skills and was plotting to hand over the shop to someone else. But now I see why this little creation was so important to you, Lady Carlotta.
Nyala, you do have a flair for dramatics. Ahem. Anyway, why don't you unwrap it?
This is...
I took the liberty of having Nyala custom make this mask based on my impression of you. I hope it suits your taste. I'm pleased you like it. The carnival is a splendid reverie, and the mask is its passport. May it help you navigate the carnival with ease, and let you enjoy it to your heart's content.
We will, for sure.
May I take a bit more of your time? Walk with me through Laguna tonight. Laguna, the Tempest's jewel, the sapphire and Solaris. The waters of Laguna serve as a mirror, reflecting the countless faces of this city, much like our own reflections. The people of Laguna possess a temperament akin to the tides. There was a time when the currents swept us into the jaws of uncharted waters, where relentless storms and voracious waves awaited. But after weathering such trials, they revealed to us a hidden gem. My family has always been drawn to the thrill of a new voyage. One stormy night, fate decided to play a hand. What we discovered there on that island, the technology and novel ideas, was nothing short of a blessing in disguise. Exactly. When we heard the Blackshaws were hunting for a legitimate entry into Laguna, I thought, why not bring them into our little venture? Hence the invitation. My family has always been drawn to the thrill of a new voyage. One stormy night, fate, our intentions might not be as grandiose or ominous as you think. We seek liberation. And to achieve it, we're pursuing the truth behind Renacita's origins. Legend has it that when people first arrived on this island, Genesis Nexus was already here, welcoming them. The prevailing belief is that the Sentinel gifted us this technology. And despite nobody ever seeing the Sentinel in person, we talk with them through supposed telepathy. Notice anything's terminals conjure up echoes, and the Genesis Nexus allows the Raganazi access to common echoes. If the Genesis Nexus was present when the first settlers arrived, who built it? And really, if no one's ever laid eyes on the Sentinel, how can we be so sure that statue really represents them? to me the Order might have spun us a tale, hiding the true origins behind their grand myths. No, we have no ambitions to rule or to renounce our faith. And really, this city should not be ruled by any one entity. The hour grows late. I have arranged accommodations for you at Palazzo Grotta in the south. Let us walk there together, and I can share a story along the way. Think of it as a bedtime tale. I learned it from the troupe. It's about Fleur de Lis, the Blessed Maiden. Once, the Blessed Maiden was just a simple peasant girl. During the Sentinel's gratitude rite, the young Fleur de Lis perhaps it was the intoxicating wine in Eggletown, or simply her lack of experience with spirits. But she soon found herself quite drunk. Swaying on her feet, she ascended the ceremony's grand platform, lifted her threadbare dress, and began a rather ungainly dance. Seizing the sacred horn, she played a carefree folk tune, dodging the guards and weaving through the crowd with surprising agility. Remarkably, the crowd, as if drawn by an unseen force, followed her lead, transforming the solemn ceremony into a wild parade of cheers and revelry. Naturally, the Order was less than pleased. The pilgrim sale did not yet exist, so Fleur de Lis faced 3 days of confinement. During that time, she used her prison walls as a canvas. That unforgettable day of disordered revelry left a lasting mark on all who witnessed it. Is it not remarkable? A rebellious girl, chosen by the Sentinel to become the Blessed Maiden. If the Sentinel indeed permitted such a girl to serve as their spokesperson, it suggests that all this joyous revelry is not something they disdain. Perhaps they too enjoy poetry, painting, tears, laughter, romantic tales of nights, and dancing amidst crowds, much like ourselves. The people of this island came from diverse civilizations now lost to time, but through plays and tradition, they sought to preserve memories of their heritage. In the past, while the clash of cultures led to conflict, Raganazi united through faith, restoring balance, even if precarious. To maintain this unity, we've always needed both a sentinel and a play based on a shared legend that gives us roles. Yet this play has endured for so long that we've become defined by our roles. Noble, commoner, believer, merchant. Now, we yearn for a day when we can truly set aside our titles and positions, express our true selves, and join together in celebration. Yes, born from hope and idealism, it reminds the Raganazi of our initial vision of equality and freedom. It also affirms our true worth. While the Order's true intentions remain unclear, we are certain their influence has already eroded the very foundations of our society. People revere the divine figure the Order has constructed. Yet they also live in legends become accomplices in fostering ignorance. And faith becomes the loyal executioner of cruel punishment. An invisible cage has trapped us all. Speaking of freedom within a cage is absurd. Fear and ignorance are our foremost enemies. This year's carnival will spark a flame fierce enough to burn down that cage. Rest well. And tomorrow, we shall take the stage together at the Carnival. Good night. May your dreams be sweet.
Welcome. Lady Carlotta already notified us of your arrival. We are prepared to check you in whenever you're ready. Very well. I'll escort you to your room immediately.
Wow! Is this real? Pinch me! I can't believe how different everything looks. So this is the Carnival, huh? Yeah. Can't wait to explore. Oh, by the way, it's been a while since we last saw Zani and Phoebe.
All right, let's go. You should also keep an eye out for anything unusual along the way.
Miss Margarita, is the order ready yet? Yeah, I was about to say. Miss Margarita, is the order ready yet? Yeah, I was about to say, I have been waiting quite a while.
Sorry, we're swamped with orders. Becky and I are doing our best, but it's a bit...
No need to worry. Let me take a look. Ah, I see. Becky's just a bit overloaded with all the work. It might need a short break. Oh, good morning, my friend. I'd love to, really. Look, see this mass? However, it's crystal clear to me that keeping things running smoothly is a top priority right now. Lady Carlotta has already briefed me on your plan. Along with the other family members, you can count on my full support.
Margarita, is the order ready yet? Yeah, I was about to say, I have been waiting quite a while.
Is that Seamoss from the Pioneer Association? Something seems off. Why does he look sad?
Seamoss has been so busy taking photos for everyone else that he hasn't had the chance to take any himself. Hmm? You want a picture with me? But... Oh, hello. Well, thank you. Yes, a photo would be wonderful.
Ah, Rover and Lady Phoebe! I've been capturing the Carnival's many beautiful... You took this picture? Look at that composition and lighting! Who knew you had a knack for photography? Buddy, you look so happy! Whatever the reason, thanks for making this moment special.
It's all thanks to Rover. He fulfilled Seamoss's wish. Just like us, Seamoss wants to savor every moment of the Carnival and leave with no regrets. The Sentinel that we have our duties. I wish you a wonderful time at the Carnival.
You're here. All seems well for the moment. The family is prepared. They'll support our plan should the need arise. We must remain vigilant. The Fraxidus may be lurking, observing our every move. It's nearly time. The troops should be arriving at the harbor shore. How do you feel? Ready to step into the spotlight? Excellent. We have the skills. Time has come. Let's go. Let's celebrate together.
When freedom is unchecked, the insidious evil of division takes root. People of the Sentinel, do not lose yourselves in these fleeting pleasures. Remember what unites us all.
What is that?
Friends! Why lead a life of restraints? Why not live like there's no tomorrow? High walls fall fast. All you free spirits, join us to set sail again!
That woman. She's with the Fraxidus. I need to follow her and find out. She's planning.
Right this way.
I've lost her again. Where is she trying to lead me?
We've arrived. Such a small world, isn't it? They say the thrill of the chase surpasses the joy of the catch. And with this view of Raguna, decadence, indulgence, that's the Carnival. A vivid daydream and grand illusion. No need to worry. I won't disrupt their little daydream. Besides, we still have business to do here. Now that you know what makes the Sentinel so unique, you should know we seek the same thing. How about I share a little story with you? A gesture of goodwill. Now, patience is a virtue. A story is best enjoyed with a captivating performance, and this stage is perfectly set for it. We're simply spreading the truth through a tale. I'm certain it will pique your interest, so consider this a heartfelt invitation to you and your companions. Join us, pour your essence into this endless play, and use your humble strength to defy the raging current of fate. The stage is set, and the curtain rises. Actors, the moment to dazzle has arrived. The magic is ready to unfold.
As anticipated, the Fraxidus is on the move.
Now, remember the rehearsal we did yesterday? All our preparations have led to this very...
She intends to use those Lycorises to summon and control the Tacit Discords. If we destroy the Lycorises, we can neutralize them.
Everyone is in position. We'll manage the West Plaza. Phoebe is stationed at the East Plaza, keeping an eye on things. The main stage is all yours for the grand performance.
I'll take care of the lighting and create the mood to make the performance stand out.
Leave that to me. Ready? The spotlight will be on you two.
curtain has been lifted. We can't keep our audience waiting.
Then,
Ladies and gentlemen, the grandest and most spectacular performance of the Carnival is about to commence. Let us give a warm round of applause as our actors now take the stage. An unending darkness cloaks the kingdom as monstrous beasts the land. The Holy Maiden has been captured by the Demon King, and chaos descends. But lo, two valiant heroes step forth, accepting the minister's quest, vowing to vanquish the beasts and rescue the Holy Maiden.
I sense your weakness.
The heroes breach the first barrier. Sweet. Now, they advance toward the Demon King's castle, where peril awaits at every corner. What trials lie ahead? No wall can deter these free spirits. Even the stars seem to cheer on their bravery.
Exercise caution. New enemies have appeared.
The Demon King unleashes its minions, long awaiting these audacious intruders.
The hour is upon us.
My compliments. The stage is set.
Swift and resolute.
Quickly and swiftly. Can you keep up? Victory favors me. Don't confront them head on.
A fierce assault, intent on crushing the heroes and grinding them to dust.
Disperse. The end has come. Swift and resolute. Hopefully this helps.
My compliments. You will yield. Watch out!
A sudden twist unbalanced the heroes. mysterious figure enters the fray. A divinity sent emissary? Or a spirit from the shadows, perhaps? She seems moved by their passion and righteousness. See her join the heroes' ranks.
How delightful. I await your shallow, bated breath.
It seems the Demon King anticipated the hero's arrival and has gladly extended an invitation. With unyielding determination, the heroes accept the challenge. The Demon King reveals itself at last, exposing its hideous visage and sharp fangs. The final showdown is nigh! The Demon King summons its foul army, poised for a climactic battle with the heroes. The victor will soon be revealed.
I sense your weakness. Swift and resolute. Got timing. Moment of resonance.
My compliments. In for performance. Up we go, Pharaoh. Mamma mia.
Amidst the clashing swords and the cries of the minions, the heroes face the Demon King. Victory belongs to the righteous and the brave! And now, we await the Holy Maiden's return.
And so we arrive at the happily ever after, yes? But we do not live in a fairy tale. There is no playwright to script a happy ending for us. What lies behind the curtain is but a cruel jest, a dark satire. Let me reveal the truth behind that idyllic ending. The Holy Maiden has long succumbed to darkness, drawing power from a heretical force and leading her people into depravity. And the minister, having uncovered this truth, has vowed to root out this corruption himself. Come now, let us embrace the grand climax of this revelry.
seems we've received another invitation. The final stage.
Don't worry. Brant will manage everything within the city.
Let us proceed to meet that Fraxidus overseer.
The wildcat has sounded thrice, and the hedgehog four. The peculiar bird sings. The moment is upon us. O benevolent sorceress of realms unknown, I summon you. Grant us the just prophecy, and may fate favor us all. The night veils the world in darkness, while the feast captivates all. Yet you remain clear-eyed amidst this revelry. The honeyed wine has clouded their senses and quenched their flames of avarice. Yet it has stoked your bravery and kindled the fire within your heart. I shall unveil the first prophecy and shatter these burdensome stones. Abandon the trifles of sentiment, and you shall ascend the throne. To achieve this, a sacrifice of fresh blood is demanded, a purge of the Holy Maiden and all heretics.
The world is mine! Found you!
My king, what halts your advance? You have already tainted your feet in the river of blood. There is no retreat. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. The soul must be steeled in bitterness. Thus, I unveil my second prophecy to dispel all illusions. No mortal shall inflict upon you even the slightest harm. And assuredly, you shall find favor with your people.
The hour is upon us.
My compliments. Brilliant lights the way!
Unexpected plot twist.
Swift and resolute. I sense you're one with the sounds. Sounds come forth.
Defy destiny, mock both life and death, and rise beyond good and evil. Abandon all doubt and grasp at unreachable hopes. Now, hear the third and final prophecy. Pleasure born of violence shall end in violence.
My compliments.
children. The hour is upon us.
A new era awaits. Still recognize me? Mamma mia! Performance! I'll warm up the crowd.
I must be patient. One with the sounds.
What a pity. The prophecy says the king will not take his final bow in this act. Reality beckons. Have you glimpsed the truth in this dream? 2 prophecies fulfilled, but the third? I await to see how you will rewrite it.
We can set the Cetus free! We'll give this performance the perfect finale!
Splendid performance. It's almost time for the final bow, but the symphony between us has only just begun its overture.
You should take center stage for the final bow.
Hear that? The thunderous roar of applause. Ah, it has been far too long. This is the true essence of the Carnival.
At last, the crisis has been resolved.
Lord Arbiter, I have heard thy call. I have awaited thee for what seems like an eternity. Lord Arbiter, I am ensnared beyond the clouds and among the stars. Thou shalt find an inverted tower suspended in the sky. I am there, watching over Solaris from above. The lost doth wander briefly amongst thy kind. Seek her out. She too doth move within the fold of the world.
The next move is... Am I getting this right? It feels a bit off. You are... No, never mind. Anyway, your performance was splendid. I'm here for the carnival as well. It's been ages since I've seen something as grand as this. I love hearing the laughter and cheers of a crowd, no matter the occasion. Kind stranger, could you show me those final steps from your curtain call? I'm sorry, but I can't stay here any longer. I must return. My name? It's... No. I'm... Cartothea. Yes, that's right. Cartothea. Farewell, Laureate. I hope that someday I might stand on stage with your troupe.
Are you all right? Some family members mentioned you were speaking to a wall. I'm worried you might still be under Frivola's spell. See who? Are you truly all right? Cartothea. I'll make a note of it. If she was indeed here, she is likely still in Raguna. I will have my family start searching.
There's still many unresolved questions regarding the Order and the Sentinel. We need time to sort through what we've gathered. Rushing into action now might only alert the Order's spies and disrupt what we've worked so hard to protect.
You're right. Cartothea. I will have my family find out more about it. If we find out anything, I'll contact you. and we can discuss our next steps together. Until then, as you suggested, let's keep this carnival going.
Were you awake, Rover? I trust you had a restful sleep. We have uncovered some new information about the Sentinel. Please join us at the family safe house. I've sent the address to your terminal. Brant and Rotia are also here. We are awaiting your arrival.
Raise your glasses! Shout it loud, friends! To us! To the Carnival! And to our very own laureate! A name that echoes through the world, destined to roam the skies before shaking the earth!
Don't be fooled by how he looks. Brant is already deep in his cups, drunk as a skunk.
Oh, let him enjoy himself. The taste of victory is still fresh, and after such a battle, we should celebrate to the fullest. Drink your fill, everyone. This round's on me.
I see someone's been eavesdropping. A devout acolyte wouldn't enter such a place without a good reason.
The Montelli family is known for its hospitality, but freeloaders will not find us so welcoming.
Friends, let's keep the mood lively!
Come, let's discuss the information we've gathered so far. During the carnival, you heard the Sentinel's voice and found a girl named Cartathea. We've dug up some information on her. In the Order, every high-ranking acolyte is given a new name. We contacted the acolyte Phoebe. After some digging in the Order's records, she confirmed that before taking on her holy title, The blessed fleur-de-lis was called Cartathea. But the Blessed Maiden, she martyred herself 20 years ago. The family will uncover the truth. The only remaining clue is the inverted tower you mentioned hearing about from the Sentinel. But even that feels elusive.
Judging by your expression, you must have discovered something new, right?
Do you recall what we learned from the stained glass in the tower ruins? There were two divinities at the dawn of Renacita. If one refers to the Sentinel, then the other, who could stand alongside them, might be the Threnodian. The two are undoubtedly linked, so uncovering one could lead us to the other. Remember Gilberto from the Physalia family? It took a lot to get him to talk, but we finally got some information from him. As he tells it, the Physalia family's long-revered deity is none other than Leviathan, the Threnodian from the sea's depths. It's hard to believe, I know. But recent events have only reinforced what we discovered from the stained glass.
The Physalia family has been on this island since the founding of Renacita, so their worship of the Threnodian may have persisted for centuries.
We will attempt to establish contact with the Physalias to build an alliance and gather more intelligence. Rest assured, negotiation is what we do best. If necessary, we'll present them with an offer they can't refuse.
Excuse me for the interruption. Greetings, esteemed guest. The Primus wishes to invite you for a conversation at the Cathedral of Mercury. Would you be so inclined?
How curious. Since when has the Primus become so interested in social calls?
It could very well be a trap.
I'm merely conveying the Primus's invitation. The choice is yours.
Remember, you're not alone. If anything happens, just let us know.
Very well. Please follow me to the Cathedral of Mercury.
Perfect wind to glide.
Never before have I seen a day so steeped in both shadow and light. The birds sing, the flowers bloom, yet this world knows neither true joy nor eternity. Come closer, righteous one. There's no need for hesitation. I am Fenrico, the Primus of the Order of the Deep. Your deeds have reached my ears, and I have long wished to meet you.
Alas, the burdens of this world delayed our meeting until now. I beg your pardon for the wait. Please accept my respect for you. You and your troop have shown great talent and ambition, breathing new life into Ragusa. I ask you to deliver this message to your companions. From this day forth, the troop shall have permanent rights to perform within the city. All mortals stumble, but through pilgrimage, they have cleansed their souls and atoned for their transgressions. They have earned their right to return to this divinely blessed land. I understand that questions weigh on your heart. In the presence of a just divinity, speak freely, and I will answer with all the honesty I possess. By the great Sentinel Imperator, I swear to you, there shall be no deceit in my words. You have walked a path similar to theirs. Indeed, you have the right to meet them. However, due to the dark tide, if you wish to meet them, I will convey your request. I see the thirst for truth in your eyes. It is clear that doubts still linger in your heart. Please, Fleur de Lis. She was the emissary of the Sentinel, and we are grateful for her contributions. 20 years ago, during the Dark Tide, she sacrificed herself to seal the calamity. She fulfilled her duties in this world and returned to the divine embrace. Do you know how the Dark Tide came into being? In Renacita, wars were waged in the name of faith, tearing apart the Sentinel as our faith divided, weakening their divine power. The Dark Tide's true essence is the divine blood shed from the Sentinel's wounds. That tragic past left deep scars, and with their divine power drained, they could not prevent the Dark Tide's surge 20 years ago. The Blessed Maiden chose to martyr herself. She once again resonated with the Sentinel and, through her sacrifice, restored some of their divine power, bringing an end to the Dark Tide. Yet, the Sentinel remains in a state of healing and still requires a mortal representative. Following the Blessed Maiden's departure, I was granted new authority to cleanse the aftermath of the Dark Tide. I received the divinity's blessing and became the new Enlightened One. By their will, I fulfill the tasks left unfinished in this world. Therefore, we must unify all beliefs, ensuring the purity and unity of our will to prevent another tragedy.
He said she once again resonated with the Sentinel. Was that really a second resonance awakening? Sentinel WuWa had a trial with Genshi, but my permission was needed to transfer the Sentinel's power.
I swear, my words are without deceit. I see in your eyes that you have walked further on the path of justice than I anticipated. Oh, dear Sentinel, please forgive my transgressions. The Dark Tide brought us a blood-stained lesson. To keep our people from faltering, I bound myself to silence, locking away what I witnessed on that fateful day. Fleur de Lis, the unrighteous, deceived us all. She was not the Blessed Maiden chosen by the Sentinel. The true Maiden has yet to reveal herself. You must know that a being capable of rivaling our divinity exists in this world. Humanity's eternal adversary, the evil of all civilizations. As the Sentinel has their resonator, so does the Threnodian. Fleur-de-Lis was shaped, both body and spirit, by our ancient enemy. Her actions were intended to plunge this city into fear and chaos. This is the truth I witnessed. Fleur-de-Lis was the Threnodian's resonator.
Gently does it?
How can that be? That Blessed Maiden, could she really be the Threnodian's resonator? What if the Primus's words were a bunch of baloney? But we saw Cardathia following the Sentinel's instructions. They wouldn't mix up their own resin. Now my head hurts. Who was she really with? The Sentinel or the Threnodian? Well, probably won't get any more answers from him.
All the clues we've gathered so far point to the Threnodian. And the Phasalia family worships the Threnodian. We'll have to wait for Carlotta to... Something tells me this Carnival is just the beginning. There's more ahead. I'm sure of it.
Frolova, you do have a knack for indulging in pointless little chores.
Why, there's no rule against an actor making good use of the intermission. Besides, I haven't disrupted your arrangement, have I? The one from a faraway land who discerns the truth dares to raise their sword against the divine. In response, the slumbering gods break free from their shackles, revealing their true forms. The possibility of the second resonance awakening is now a certainty, so we just need to see if that special resonator truly exists. Was the Blessed Maiden a resonator for the Sentinel or the Threnodian? Or both? If so, a resonator capable of wielding both powers. I am eager to see how this story ends. Cristoforo, if you don't want to spoil the next act, I might have to give your carefully crafted plot a little nudge. Speaking of which, that rover shines brighter than anyone else in your play.
Frolova, it seems we walk different paths. I don't share your fondness for that sort of puppet theater. I merely place the characters on their stage and they act out their fates, driven by their own volition. To remain courageous amidst absurdity. To pursue a spark of divine grace. This, to me, is the truest essence of humanity. Don't you think? Even the most pristine cadence of death pales beside the untamed, fervent, and tenacious spirits of the living. In their journey, they resolutely overcome all obstacles. They pursue, they tear, they burn, simply because they desire to. I think you should leave your secluded mansion.
take a walk, and listen to the voices scattered across the world.
Perhaps. From Huanglong to Rinasita, he has indeed added a few unexpectedly beautiful notes to my symphony.
I am certain that, even without any direction, he will walk the path that destiny has laid before him. All things ascend toward a singular point of convergence, and what awaits at the end is immortality. Before the tides of fate, we are all but humble servants.
Hello? Do you mind dropping by the Strand when you have time? Ben and Bartolino are away, and they put me in charge of the welcoming proceedings. I'm feeling a bit nervous about it. Part of me just wants to crawl into my box. Pero is all stressed out because of me. Pero. I tend to fumble with words when talking to people. I'm worried I won't do a good job accommodating everyone. If the laureate himself were here, I wouldn't be so nervous. It would make things easier. So, as our new laureate, we need your help.
You there, Abster?
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Can you keep up?
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you? Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it. Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've
actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart! Yeah, sorta, kinda.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo? Yes, I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian? You can perceive the Threnodian?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I'd never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. how can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere and the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish. I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Rover? Rover! Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm? Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian. As per Milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
The Phasalia family. The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian. Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
Ah, I will convey your message to the lady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts? Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it. In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathea spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. I can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person.
Hello. I received Jacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cardathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
Can you keep up? Gently does it? A smooth journey.
Now, if you'll please, just follow me. One moment, please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Can you keep up?
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
This tea, is it from Jinjo?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague, that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Reguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about
the aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are violacas. They produce a unique fragrance, wouldn't you say? Violacas are a vital ingredient for our... This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to. Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and
there might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator, and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Thessalia family would hold the Divine Trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers, while overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathea's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
By all means. Rover, who are you really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me. I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity, and yet here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's Sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere?
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lift.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Why do the Thessalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonorosphere?
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Thessalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access. You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Thessalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. This area was clearly tacit discords on their last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself? How rude. Oh, this little thing.
Didn't think there would be goldpuffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing them for me?
I'd better not ask what she plans to do with it.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trial and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartithia's doing. But, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict. The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. Who can wield the sword of divinity but a blessed maiden?
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartathea, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems you're...
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the sword of divinity. Turvan.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvan are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Thrunodian's resonator.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Thrunodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day.
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cardathea back there.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola. Oh dear, I completely forgot about this. Isn't Abby living inside your tacit mark?
Well then, the two of you go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now. Vines, over there.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Don't worry. This much I can still handle. The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way... This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try? It's turning! Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Hopefully this helps. One more time. Disperse. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps.
Hurry! We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Wind, guide me. Sounds like Thone's getting impatient. Let's head back. Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Another water rise is coming up. Are you planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one. That's it. A tacitite device.
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. Strike from the shadows. No hesitation.
This should do the trick.
Hopefully this helps. The end has come. Disperse. I sense your weakness. Hopefully this helps. You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark. Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex. I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself. Wind, guide me.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Foam.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured? Oh, I insist. Here, take this. There's no knowing what will happen once Tervin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-Lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living from this day forward. You shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden, fleur de lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion! I should ask you that. What did you do just now? I was dozing when BAM! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal had...
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big Gigantor back in Jinjo.
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little Echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why did it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the Sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cardathea, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But...
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us. Huh?
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella?
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the Sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Phasalias gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia family by the first Primus, Napoli II. When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary, only a battlefield filled with darkness and suffering. The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian. Casting, as I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first Dark Tide was launched to save Reguna from the grim fate brought by the Dark Tide. The Sentinels split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II. This power allowed him to imbue the Echoes with the strength to repel the Tacit Discords and purify the Dark Tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body.
If what you're saying is true, did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart, caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Phasalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in a... Now what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
You were pretty harsh on Cardathia.
Before I learned of those record secrets, I had only seen her from afar, heard tales of her accomplishments. While I would be willing, the more I allow myself to cling to such thoughts, the more I must strip them away and think rationally. It's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own, and not the whispers I hear in the dark. Now what could you possibly want with me at a time like... A trivial experiment. A test designed to find those with the strongest wills and force them into Yet after trying for so long, all we got was the answer, the maiden is dead.
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation. Better to stop pressing.
Now what could you possibly... Well, I don't...
Are you going to search those areas we passed before? Alone?
The more clues, the better, don't you think? Oh, and take this. Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're contemplating dinner with me.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Phasalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way.
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist. There, deacons sing eternal hymns. From a literal standpoint, this line describes the Dark Tide perfectly. In the beginning, the Dark Tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread. The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns, day and night. They didn't need eyes or ears, for their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed. And for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable. When a soul is corrupted to its core, it will sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide. And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands next. The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share that was its name before it became a sonorosphere. This seminary built on an island was not just a place of learning, but also a sanctuary for raising dragon echoes.
What did they teach?
The Order's scriptures, geography, history, and combat skills.
Shouldn't a seminary focus more on cultural arts?
This was a seminary reserved only for resonators. Besides, the doctrine of salvation emphasized the importance of combat. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. You should get some rest.
You mean besides being squashed behind that blue thing? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I figured something out about that frequency. It's not a single frequency. It's like it's mixed up with something else. Or kinda like, a piece of cookie, which is why it's so hard to get a good bite. To see if it was a threat, I can now say with certainty that it isn't. But since it's a crumbly mess, other than taking up space, it's pretty useless.
We might encounter something similar at the next two pedestals. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do. You can count on me, 100%.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, here I am doing nothing. Since you're all here, how about a morning stroll? They're a lot feistier than before.
Need help?
Try not to blink. So just deep tides. Well, this is where our paths must part.
You're here for the Sentinel.
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs.
Are you sure you want to go alone?
Such concern for me. I do hope to see the fruits of your labor when I return. Mind if I take Turvan?
Go ahead. It's no use now that it's out of the pedestal.
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords. Harkness should be here somewhere. This is where the acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps that Steely over there has instructions on what to do.
You don't remember from your exams?
As the Blessed Maiden, I was exempt. Sounds like they're talking about one of the 3 major belief systems. I don't remember the pieces being spread out like this. Maybe we could find a way to move them.
Let's give it a try. We still need to rebuild the waterway. There's no point in finding Harkness if we can't repair the waterway. At that distance, we should take a wing ray. Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
That one. It isn't supposed to be here. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead.
Cardothea, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's our goal, right there.
Help me guide the wing ray to the top of the statue.
Of course. But what do you have in mind? Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism. Are these the so-called dragons?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, the last one was bigger.
Which last one?
Damn it. Ever heard of it?
I used to write it. It's Harkness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall we just passed. We can use it to reorientate ourselves. The remnant spark should be able to incinerate the thorns on the left.
An unexpected discovery. You can let go now. How you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
Remnants of the past.
The waterway is still incomplete. It's identical to the last statue. Same as before.
Leave it to me. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps.